Good morning. We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree?
Yes.
You are knowing what you are wanting. An evolving thing. An expanding thing. You like the evolution of your desire? The answer is yes. Yes. We made you say it and you don't really mean it yet. Well, the question that we really like to ask is, you are among the rare humans who are really enjoying the contrast of your time and place. And almost no one says wholeheartedly yes until they remember that the contrast of your environment is what inspires your new desires. And the new desire is the summoning of all things. In other words, when you ask, it is given. So when contrast gives birth to a desire, that desire has summoning power. And that summoning power is life force. You know how that works, don't you? The variety of your life literally causes you to give birth to new preferences. And when you do, energy, source energy, flows from source through you to your new idea. And that source energy part of you then calls you toward it. The call of source is all about that. In other words, talk about a current, talk about an energy stream, talk about inspiration, talk about an impulse, talk about a stream that is flowing so magnificently that it takes quite a bit of effort to not go in the direction of it. It's a powerful stream. So when you go with the flow of that stream, we call that allowing yourself to stay up to speed with what life has caused all of you to become. And when you don't go with the flow of that stream, we call that resistance. And that resistance is something that you learn along your physical trail. It's hard work to be in that state of resistance. And we say, why not turn your boat in the direction of the current and just go with the flow? And our human friends say, well, that just seems lazy. And if we press them, they'll get even more defensive about it. They'll say not only that, but anyone who's worth anything is paddling upstream. It's just what we do. Because all of the trophies and all of the monuments are given to those who work very hard as they paddle against the current. Because anyone can just let go and go with the flow. Where's the virtue in that? Where's the accomplishment in that? Why would you get a reward for doing something that is so easy, something that anybody could do? And we say, because nothing that you want is upstream. And you know how we know that to be? Because we are the source energy that you are before you were born. And we know the direction of that stream. We are that non-physical essence that becomes one with the preferences that you give birth to. In other words, we are there calling you downstream. And you know where we are? We're where everything you've been asking for is. We're where your future is. We're where your alignment is. We're where your clarity is. We're where your health is. We're where your abundance is. We are where everything that you want is. And we are calling you this way. And anytime you are pointed in opposition, that's what negative emotion is. In the moment that you let go of the defensive or justifying or rationalizing thought, in the moment that you release it, you stop paddling upstream. And do you know what happens when you stop paddling upstream? Your boat turns and starts going downstream. You don't have to paddle downstream. You don't even have to paddle your turn. Just stop paddling upstream. Let go of the oars. Let go of your determined justification or defensiveness or rationalization or beating the drum of what's wrong or explaining how you got there or explaining how long you've been there or explaining that it's not there that you are there or complaining about being there. In the moment that you stop doing that, the river will turn you. And do you know, in the moment that you stop doing that and the turn takes place, you feel relief. And it's the relief factor that we want you to begin focusing upon, because If through the day, no matter where you are in the stream, you are relaxing with the intention of giving yourself relief, what's happening is you are bit by bit, day by day, releasing more and more and more layers of resistance, and you are allowing the stream to carry you more in the direction of what you are wanting. You see, the stream is already flowing. Sometimes people say, well, I need to do more goal setting, and I need to say more affirmations. I need to make more things happen. I need to get control of my life, and I need to make more things happen. I need to be more disciplined, and I need to do more of the things that will make things happen. And we say, we want you to understand that your life experience itself has been all that has been necessary for you to establish your future experience. Every time someone's rude to you, you want people to be nicer. When you're rude, you want to be nicer. When you're confused, you want more clarity. When you don't have enough of something you want more of it. In other words, you're constantly adding to this vibrational escrow, and it is so well tended to by the source energy that is you, by the source energy that has become the vibrational equivalent of everything that you have been asking for. You could not, even if you had all day long, all week long, all year long, you could not sit and write an accurate description of what your life has caused you to become. But the source energy part of you knows it so clearly and is calling you so constantly toward it, that if you will just listen for the way you feel and make it your dominant intention to reach for the best feeling thought you can find from wherever you are, you will find relief, 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 relief. And as you do, the stream will carry you closer and closer and closer to the fulfillment of the things that you want, and you will get the fulfillment of all of those things that you want. We promise you every one of them will manifest, but in the meantime, you'll be having a joyful ride. So you're getting the sense of this. It is natural for you to expand. It is natural for you to excel. It is natural for you to succeed in all things that are important to you. That is natural. And anything else is not natural. It is natural for you to feel good. It is not natural for you to feel bad. So when we talk about this emotional guidance scale, we're on the really good feeling end of it, where love and appreciation and joy and passion and all of that wonderful good feeling stuff is. That's where you perceive yourself as free and empowered. And on the end of the emotional scale that feels like fear or feels like depression, there is the perception on your part of bondage or lack of empowerment or lack of freedom. And what we're wanting you to realize is that it is all perceptual. In other words, we know that you look at things and you say, oh, I'm looking at this, and this thing that I'm looking at is making me feel the way that it is. And we acknowledge that when you look at good feeling things, that you feel better, and when you look at bad feeling things, that you feel worse. But we want you to understand that in everything that you look at, you have this relief factor. You have this potential of making it worse or making it better. You have the potential of looking at it and softening it in a way that makes you feel better, or looking at it in a way that makes you feel worse. And if you will make a decision today that you're going to be a wouldn't it be nice ifer instead of a oh isn't it an awfuler. In other words, if you will make a decision that you're going to do more looking for what feels better, just lean toward the positive instead of grasping for the negative. If you will stop beating the drum of what's wrong and attempt to beat the drum more of what's right, you're going to turn in that stream more and more and more. And that thrills us just to think about it, because we've seen your vibrational escrow. We know what you have put there. We have seen the power of your stream, and we know the potential of your joy. And we want very much for you to relax and begin to go with the flow of the natural resources that Source is providing. Good. Where do you want to begin? Some things. Good. Start right there. Stand if you think it's you. Yes.